Alright, let's look at this problem. What is the result of the following operation? Root 7 plus 2 root 12 plus root 12 minus 2 root 27. Okay, so we are dealing with radicals. So what you do here is, first of all, let's say that you say that let your root square root of 7 plus 2 root 12 be root m plus root n. Let this be the square root of this expression. So for you to get 7 plus 2 root 12, you will now square both sides. That would be root m plus root n all squared. Okay, so if you are squaring both sides now, you have 7 plus 2 root 12, which is equal to root m plus root n times root m plus root n. So here we now have 7 plus 2 root 12 will now be equal to, if you open this bracket, you have m plus 2 root mn plus n. Okay, so now you see that, let's extract this direct comparison. 2 root 12 equal to 2 root mn. So 2 root 12 will now be equal to 2 root mn. So you see 2 and 2 cancel, then root 12 is equal to mn. That means mn will be equal to 12. So let's name this equation 1. So picking these other items, m plus n will be equal to 7. So we now have m plus n equal to 7. That's equation 2. So here, if you use substitution, you will get a quadratic function. But since this is an objective question, you can just look for the factors of 12 that when you add to get 7, and those two factors are 4 and 3. So it means that one of it will be 4, one of it will be 3. So let's say that our m will be equal to 4, and then our n is equal to 3. So therefore, now since the square root is root m plus root n, that means that we now have root m plus root n will now be equal to root 4 plus root 3. So root 4 is 2, then we have plus root 3 as the square root of 7 plus 2 root 12. Now let's tackle the next one, which is 12 minus 2 root 12. So the next one, you now say that let the square root of 12 minus 2 root 27 be equal to root, let's use x minus root y. Let's use x and y now. So here you now have squaring both sides. 12 minus 2 root 27 will now be equal to root x minus root y all squared. So 12 minus 2 root 27 will now be equal to root x minus root y times root x minus root y. Okay, so here you have 12 minus 2 root 27 will be equal to x minus 2 root xy, and then you have plus y. Okay, if you expand this, that's what you have. So by direct comparison, 2 root 27 will be equal to 2 root xy. So you have 2 root 27 will be equal to 2 root xy. So see, 2 cancel 2, so root 27 is equal to root xy. That means our xy will be equal to 27. That is your equation 1. And then you see that x plus y will also be equal to 12. So you have x plus y will be equal to 12. So you get the factors of 27, that when you multiply you get 27, you add you get 12. Of course you have 9 and 3. So let's say that our root x minus root y will now be equal to x, which is 9, and then y, which is 3. So this will now give us root 9 is 3 minus root 3. So we'll have this as root 3 minus root 3. We have this as 2 plus root 3. So let's add it together. So the moment you are adding this plus this, so you now have it as adding 2 plus root 3 plus 3 minus root 3. You will see that root 3 minus root 3 is 0. You now have 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. So that's it.